Funding wallets on TapTapSend. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it, check it, check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level check it, check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Step into a world of exquisite fragrances at Ghana's #1 perfume hub. Visit us at Rack Luxury Perfume, located in Santa Maria, Asiama Junction, or find us in New Akimota, opposite Christ Redeemed Glory Church. Just a 3-minute walk from Akimota Melcombe, your journey to finding the perfect scent begins here. Whether you're shopping for yourself or looking for the perfect gift, we offer an extensive collection for both wholesale and retail. Proudly, we are the exclusive sole distributor for the luxurious Gloria perfume. Follow us on social media for the latest updates and exclusive deals. Find us on Instagram at rack_perfumes and on Snapchat and TikTok at rack_perfumes. Connect with us on Facebook at Rack Luxury Perfumes and be the first to know about new arrivals. Reach out to us at +233 59 461 6199 or WhatsApp at 059 861 2592. Rack Luxury Perfumes. Smell unique, smell classy. Step into a world of exquisite fragrances at Ghana's #1 perfume. Reach out to us at +233 59 461 6199 or WhatsApp at 059 861 2592. Rack Luxury Perfumes. Smell unique, smell classy.
The opportunity to learn, the opportunity to gather information is what we are trying to do here on Sammy Flex TV, because we want the world to get to know exactly how our showbiz space is being run. Therefore, when you see us sitting here discussing some of the top stories, you should know that indeed, Sammy Flex TV, we mean business. And I have my 3-man squad seated and ready to do the do for today's edition, that is the Tuesday's edition of Showbiz Daily. These are known faces and voices. In the middle is Derek Money, aka Ora Money from E-News GH. He is a talent manager, he is a publicist, he is a show producer, an event person, and he is also here as one of our pundits as well. And at the other side, I have a man like Roland Damate, also with Shagzy, Shatter Movement Empire, Roland Report on YouTube, and RolandReport.com as well. And you, I know you are the other side waiting for us to do the thing. The producers of the show, Digital Rasta, is called Currency, who is doing our camera works for us. Richie Flex is the editor-director of the show, and TapTapSend, an app that you need on your phone anytime you want to wire money. In fact, anytime people want to wire Derek money, for instance, they use tap send. So if you don't have it, how do you wire money to Derek Money? Get the app on your phone today, put in your key details, use the promo code SammyFlex, which will give you extra money into your wallet. And again, remember that those in the UK can activate their tap send wallet. The wallet helps you all the time to be able to convert your money from pounds into cedis, and with that you are able to do direct transfer anytime you want to do it. Do this and thank me later. Now, gentlemen, welcome, and let's get into the stories. Relax. Yes, you mentioned that Afronita and Abigail were arriving last night at the Kotoka International Airport, and indeed, whilst we were somewhere at Legon, engaged in some meetings, we saw videos, photos flying left, right, and center about their arrival. We saw the love, we saw the kind of welcome that Ghanaians gave them, and I'm asking, is this enough proof to caution them that, hey, you people should never break up, and that when you break up, you go regret? Is this enough proof, Ro?
Yeah. It is. It is not only proof to say they shouldn't break up. I mean, this is a human institution, and they are not meant to be, like, technically, they are not meant to be together forever. Definitely, along the line, as their brand grow or their brands grow, they would tend to have new taste, new vision of which some may not align, and therefore can cause them to go apart. But it is how they do it that is so much of a concern, or that is what people are more concerned about.
Okay.
And the point or the time, these particular times in which they do it. So if it is about you breaking up on a sore note, that is going to hurt both brands. Definitely, your supporters or people who loved both of you because you guys are together may not be happy about it. And like he said, this is even enough proof to tell them that regardless of whatever differences that you guys are even seeing today, we still love you. Of which I was very surprised. Like in the morning, I had information that yes, her Afronita's dance group or her club, that is the kids, will be going to the airport to meet them as well. But I didn't know, in fact, the number was going to be that huge.
You thought some 2-3 girls.
I thought maybe okay, just her dance groups and they are good to go. But then even the ministry, and I tell you,
whose classmates?
All Abigail's classmates.
Oh, they were also there.
Yes, including, I think they said the Ningo chief also was also sent an entourage all to meet them at the airport. So the number there was crazy, and I was kind of surprised at the number, but I was also happy for the love that was shown them. And Charlie, this is huge. This is huge. And this morning, I also got information that they paid a courtesy call to the minister. Yes, they went to the minister's office.
Which minister?
The
Creative Arts Minister.
Yes,
okay.
Mr. Kusiajima.
Okay.
Yes, they went to his.
Oh, you mean Ghana Tourism Authority?
Ghana Tourism Authority, yes, Ghana Tourism Authority. So they went to his office, paid courtesy call to them, paid him a visit, and all of that. Like I said yesterday, they have a series of meet and greet that they are going to do, even with some press conference also in there. And I also got the information that the president is also part of that particular itinerary.
Okay.
That is, and it will also be dependent on his availability. So if he is available in these few times, I'm sure that particular meetup would be possible. But then, with the reception that they got from the Kotoka International Airport, I, for one, I was surprised at the number. The number was huge, but then I was also happy for them, or I am happy for them getting this kind of love. At least whatever happened did not affect the love that people had for them. But then it still meant it is either growing or it is maintained, and that is my happiness for them.
I see. Well, let's listen to what Derek Money adds to the kind of welcome we saw at the Kotoka International Airport here in Accra when Anita and Afronita, and Abigail Dromo arrived from their third placed position at the just ended British Got Talent. Yes, Derek.
Brassam, I think these are the things we always see and love to see.
Mm-hmm.
The togetherness will solidify their presence within the creative space.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we've been yearning for over the time they started with their British Got Talent. And when the brouhaha, or better still, the confusion surrounding the issue pops up, everybody was like, no, this is not the right way to go.
Okay.
Imagine the number of people who went to meet them at the Kotoka International Airport. Clearly tells you Ghanaians are ever ready to accept them, whatever they position themselves. But as to how both brands are going to keep going together, that is the question we are still asking ourselves.
Okay.
Because we have welcomed them in a good mood, but we don't know what is going on behind the scenes.
Okay.
Whether they are still going to be together as we saw them on the stage performing together, or better still, that confusion or that distraction is still there within them. That is where we need to throw more light on.
Okay.
I think with the welcome, that is the best way to welcome them.
Okay.
They are heroes, national heroes. They've positioned Ghana on the map.
Yeah.
And this is the best way to welcome them. And I'm very happy the government is getting involved. The Ministry of Tourism is getting involved. All stakeholders should also get involved, because they've brought glory to a country called Ghana. That is where we need to know how they've been able to open our creative space. This will go a milestone to bring goodies within our creative space, not only for them, but other creative within the space. If probably you are able to position yourself very well with your craft, automatically you are going to get some recognition, because they've already brought in their mileage. That's all we are looking for. I think with the tourism, definitely they are going to be give them a package of ambassadorial deals, which I think the tourism they engineer the amount.
The people that they've given such roles to, what have we seen them do?
You don't see them do anything at all.
If you are Asantua, she's an ambassador,
she's
right?
still an ambassador, but you don't see anything at all.
Okay.
So I think with the tourism, they have to get something for them that will be a trademark. Not only ambassadorial deals that you don't see anything coming out of it. Because as we are saying, if you have told me, I'm not seeing anything coming out from her, from her camp. But as to how the ambassadorial deal is very lucrative or worth it, we don't know. One thing I'll urge the tourism ministry is whenever they are giving ambassadorial deal, they need to be open to the general public, so we know what goes into it. What the ambassadorial deal entails, not just putting the name on a person without benefiting or reflecting. That is one thing they need to take a critical look at, because the moment you give him the ambassadorial deal, the person becomes a national asset. Wherever the person goes, the nation eyes on her or him. So I think they need to structure things very well. But I think the welcome Ghanaians gave them shows the love Ghanaians have for them.
True.
And they have to decode the love Ghanaians have for them to maintain that standard. If they slip or flip, it's going to be another angle where Ghanaians are going to talk about the love shown at them, that like too much. The love shown at us, everything is okay.
We can mess it up.
Yeah, we can mess it up. We are Ghanaians and we know how we do our things. We can easily mess it up as they have come to the country. So they should be very careful with their utterances, how they are going to do interviews, how they are going to engage the media. That is one angle they need to pay critical attention to, because we are all happy for them. Look at the way the children went to meet them. I think it's one of the best. Her academy, Abigail's classmates, the whole entourage. I think this is the best way to go. Let's congratulate them and then welcome them once again to the country called Ghana. They should come and then do their exploits, continue from where they left, bring in the energy, and then let Ghanaians show the vibe that the whole world felt. They should bring that. I think they should start organizing some events to their brand.
Okay.
Yes, they shouldn't just come.
What type of event? When you say
like a choreography event.
Okay, but she has the club or the.
Yes, she has the club. Yes, but as to have Ghanaians, the ordinary Ghanaian will have a feel of them, because the academy are the ones who are already feeling the vibe. But as to how Ghanaians, indigenous Ghanaians, the ordinary Ghanaian will feel the vibe, they can organize a choreography competition or something of that sort to engage the fans, to have a feel of whatever they portray on the stage during the British Got Talent. So I think they are welcome and they should concentrate on their craft, make good use of the opportunity, the mileage they are able to gather for themselves. And at the end of the day, if everything becomes successful, a country called Ghana will appreciate.
Well, interesting times ahead of us. We wish them well. They have gotten some attention, so they just have to turn their attention, capitalize on it, and make some good fortune out of it as well. That is our prayer for these young ones. We wish them well. Now, moving forward, I've come across a story of Camidoh talking about why he was seen smoking. And after his explanation, I said, well, how would people consume this? To know how people would consume this, studio, get to know how they think about it, his response, then we can all know how people would consume this. So this is the story where Camidoh is saying, I was going through real pain. Camidoh speaks up on smoking video. I was going through real pain. Camidoh speaks up on smoking video. It says, Ghanaian Afrobeat sensation Camidoh has opened up about a viral video that trended on June 18, 2024. The artist said he was going through personal struggles following a heartbreak, revealing that he turned to smoking to cope with the pain. He acknowledged that fans who have followed his career might have been surprised by the video and urged them to understand him since he was going through real pain. I wouldn't even be like I started going down that lane. It's too clear your mind. It's too okay, let me go back again. I wouldn't even be like I started going down that lane. It's to clear your mind. It was very important for me to tell the full story, that maybe this kid you knew before was not on this lane. I went through certain things, so if you are disappointed, know that somebody was going through real pain. That's what led to what you saw. Camidoh's statement comes as he is on a promo tour for his new song Nothing Lasts Forever, which narrates his personal ordeal of said it was Camidoh's statement, which is come as he is on a promo tour for his new song Nothing Lasts Forever, which narrates the personal ordeal of losing a loved one due to misunderstandings. Camidoh on the thing. Bad boy Mido. Okay, Camidoh is an adult. Camidoh was seen smoking. Camidoh tells the world that it was because of heartbreaks and what he was going through. That's why he was seen smoking. So now that the heartbreak is over, is Camidoh going to tell us he will not smoke again? Was Camidoh smoking before the heartbreaks came? That's how come he went for the cigar? Or Camidoh learned the smoking right after the heartbreak came? Which is which? Derek,
Right,
I said we don't have a starting.
I'm starting.
Camidoh smoking, I think I started smoking, but question is, hey, did I say that? I started smoking. Question is, so time being not only smoking in the other, and I'm not on there. I'm not saying that we have to buy a pen of food, my family. They see why I trouble you at the cat knock on, or what they say we're giant.
I think Camidoh should give us a break for now.
Why?
With this explanation. He just wants to clear the airwaves for people to know he went through that pain because of heartbreaks and they started smoking. But Camidoh can never tell us he has not been influenced by such behavior. He has not been influenced by such behavior. We know most artists go through it. They are doing it. So as to why he's come to tell us because of what heartbreaks he was going through, that's why he started smoking, I think he should give us a break. He should find a tangible reason to explain the video we saw during the time he was smoking.
Does he have to explain?
Exactly.
That's my question. Does he have to explain?
Because if you explain and you don't explain to details, it will be very difficult for.
Because this is you doing something.
Exactly. And you are not the first person to do it. Yeah, we have artists who can put on Instagram live and they will be smoking. We know them. we know artists who have been arrested because they were smoking. We know them. So for you to come and explain, then you have to give us a tangible reason, and this reason he is giving to me doesn't add up. He smokes already. He's a smoker. He needs to understand that. This is not a time for you to.
No, you can't say it emphatically like that.
I can't say it emphatically like that, but looking at the circumstances at the moment, he can never tell us he went through pain. That's why I had breaks before he started smoking.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to.
That's what he's saying. But you accept that fact. We all know how artists go through certain things before they come on stage. We've been working with them, working around them. We know it. If you want to explain yourself, better find a reason to clear yourself. But this reason, I will not buy it, even 1 peso. Yes, I will not buy it at all. Circumstances can lead you to certain behaviors or situations. But as to how that is what you've been practicing long ago, you need to let us know. But to come and say within that short while you started smoking, do you want to tell me you wanted to use the smoking as a remedy? Was that the point? If that is the point, then you have become addicted. So automatically, after the broken heart is gone, you are still going to do it. Or anytime you get a broken heart, you are going to smoke. Is that what he's trying to tell us?
Exactly.
Yes. He cannot tell us that is the remedy he used to cure his broken heart and the pains. So now to you, whilst we have pharmacies and then drugstores around that you can go and buy drug, you are using smoking to cure your broken heart and pains. He's already doing this. So we now understand that he's doing it behind the scene. But as to clear the airwaves, make people come to understand that he's not doing it. That is why he's doing that in our eyes. But I don't think that's the best way to explain it, or better still, to clear the airwaves. He should let us understand that he has been doing that before. Even that one cry will be okay. I've been doing that before, but I've stopped. That one we can understand you in a particular way. Yeah. But to come and tell us you started doing it because of situations, no. Then you have become addicted. So I think he should come clear on this particular issue and then open the airwaves for conversation. If he really wants us to understand his point, then we need an open conversation to know where he's coming from, where he has alighted, and where he's going. With that one, we'll be okay with it. If you continue to smoke, we'll be okay. I think it's about time our artists need to understand certain things. When you go to the Western world, because they've legalized the smoking, they can do it anywhere they want. But to our society, since it's not legalized, our artists or creative people find it difficult to let the people know they are using the drug. But you are using it behind the scene. I just saw a post of Black Sheriff in the US or something that he is doing it.
He's doing what?
He's holding smoke. Yeah, because he's not in Ghana. Or Shegu, because he's not in Ghana. Like when he comes to Ghana and you ask him, say I don't smoke. So then what are you doing? Yes. So that's I think we need to change that narrative. It's part of the game. Really, the people Ghanaians need to understand that narrative that musicians go through a lot. Stress. Like too much of stuff on them. So at times they need to release stress through some of certain substances. And we all know the majority of them use drugs. That we have to educate the masses to understand certain things with the artists or regarding our artists. If you understand certain things and make our mind clear, we will not accuse them when certain situations or issues pops up. You just understand them on the normal way to go. Because Camidoh can't come and tell us he started smoking because he was going through heartbreaks and pains. No, it's a far word.
I see. Well, what do you also think about Camidoh's explanation about his video in which he was smoking?
Somewhere direct money and find the person as share na your share.
On can cry.
On don't tell back or the baby say.
Okay, so me my own is that whether it is true or not, me will now say what that.
What are
they are sorry, I mean you understand? Me I would want to dissect whatever he's saying and see the one that I believe. As the situation of him going through pain, that I believe to the large extent, like fully, because we all know we are so free. the next depressed people are entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
So if today an entertainer comes out to say, Charlie, I was going through it, people are going through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And entertainers are no exception.
True.
So if he comes out to say, I was going through it, yes, may I believe him, because we all know and understand, or we saw how high Camidoh's career went.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was at a certain peak, and then we all saw how all of a sudden it looks as if Camidoh was missing in action. We were not seeing him on our stages. We were not hearing from him again, whether through interviews or even releases and all of that. I mean, he was off from the normal Camidoh that we know.
Mm-hmm.
And during that particular time, so many people made lots of speculations, but the truth can only be from the person who is feeling it. And
exactly.
That is me. So if he comes out to say during that period he was going through some level of pain or hardship, me, I would want to believe and sympathize with him. Now, the issue of smoking, like you said, he is also of a legal age.
Mm-hmm.
He has every right to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking is not illegal in Ghana.
Yeah.
It is the substances. There are certain substances that are illegal, but then smoking in its entirety or generally is not
illegal in Ghana.
Illegal in Ghana.
As much as you've gotten to the age bracket.
Yeah, exactly. You can
smoke freely.
You can smoke your lungs out.
Yeah.
You understand? So me, I also don't have a problem with him smoking. Besides, it is his life, and he chooses what to do with it, provided it doesn't trample on somebody's freedom or rights.
Mm-hmm.
He has every right to do it. The reason behind the smoking, which is him going through pain, that is why he is smoking. I partly believe, I partly don't believe. Mm-hmm. The reason why I partly don't believe is out of the fact that I have not seen him smoke publicly.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen him smoke publicly. So I can't take his word for it and say, oh, I was not smoking before. It was because of this situation that made me enter into smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are so many artists, like even Sarkodie, before he started displaying cigars in public or smoking in public, nobody had seen Sarkodie smoke in public before.
No.
And so if we had to compare these two situations, I can't say that Sarkodie was also going through pain that made him start smoking. You understand? But it doesn't mean that Sarkodie probably was not smoking back then. Just that he was not doing it. The only difference was he was not doing it in public for people to see.
Yeah.
Exactly. So me, I can't take his word for it and say, oh, it was only because of the times he was going through that made him smoke or made him enter into smoking. Okay. Perhaps it was that particular period that pushed him to smoke in public.
Mm-hmm.
That is where my belief would be. And the reason why I will partly agree with him when he says, okay, it is during that time that he started smoking, and even that one himself, in principle, that is in public, is what I would believe. Is so many people indulge in activities for various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Sarkodie, when was asked why he is smoking in public lately, he said cigars to him is a sign of wealth. It's a sign of good living.
Yeah.
So he wants people to know he's okay, he's living good, he has money.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So now he can get the cigar that he wants.
So now he can get the cigar to be born say nipa beti. Let's see now. Boom. Landlord, whether you like it or not, I have met so many people who are not comfortable with Sarkodie smoking in public. I'm like, this is Sarkodie. Oh, don't obey you can just love him for the reason why you love him, and that's all you can do. So in that sense, I would want to believe him to a certain extent and say, okay, perhaps because people have various reasons for entering into a certain activity or doing something, I would want to pardon him for that. Besides, I am not against him smoking. It is him, his lungs, his mouth, and his nose that he would want to smoke. What can I do? What can I say? There is nothing I can do.
Yeah.
So me, yes, on that score, I would sympathize with him in principle that perhaps it was because of the things that he was going through that he felt like, okay, now there's no
just puff small.
There is no need for me to hide it again. Perhaps let me come public with it, because there are certain points that you get in your life that nothing else matters to you than what you feel like doing.
I'm imagining the first time he took the first puff, how he would behave if indeed the situation.
But you know the kind of smoke he did.
Exactly. That's
Even a cigar, the first puff won't do anything to you.
Sir,
oh,
that's I mean, cigar na be no dey.
Na
ne dey na nkasa no da. I didn't situation na man here into another once. Until he will come answer no question.
That's why I'm saying, if I am even going to sympathize with him, I'll sympathize with him in principle, and also out of the fact that indeed we all of us are going through one thing or the other. And if he says his own was bigger than mine as at that time, who am I to say I don't believe you? Yes, I believe you. I believe you. So, but then as to whether he would continue to smoke in public
is the question.
Is the question that I believe time would be the right person to answer this, because if this is a habit, we all know Subai and say just like Sarkodie's own has come out. This shows that Sarkodie probably was smoking before he even indulged even the cigar smoking. So yeah, it's normal for me, but I would want to sympathize with him and also tell him that if indeed it is what he went through, that is what pushed him into smoking, then he has a very long way to go.
Because he will go through another thing again.
because they will come in our walk of life. Some of these things are meant to happen.
Yeah.
And as at when they come, you need to find ways and means to deal with it. And if this is one of your ways of dealing with it, then he should prepare his lungs and chimneys for it, because the smokes, I just saw Kotna factory.
Well, thank you, Roland Amate. Thank you, Derek Money. And I'm sure we can move on to do other stories as well. We are looking at Reverend Obofuor and some allegations that he's put out. I'm calling it allegation because as it stands now, nobody has been able to confirm exactly what we are saying. What has made this story a little cumbersome is the fact that he is coming from the same place. He's a man of God. He owns his church here in Accra and other branches outside of Accra. Now the man of God is saying that there is no genuine man of God in Ghana. Listen to it once again. This is what Reverend Obofuor is saying. He thinks that in Ghana there is no man of God who is genuine. Everybody has cobwebs. Everybody has issues. So if someone's issues come up, you guys should take your time. And that there is none who is genuine. When he said that, I said, hey, I saw in the bed because the sea no more mukono class be a papa umwa. Why you? According to him, there are some pastors who engage in fraudulent activities. There are some pastors who engage in ABCD activities. There are some pastors who engage in threesome and co. And he thinks who could do BHC office on the Nyamedia. Wow, Papa Bahukrampo Ebinio. Well, let's watch a selfie video that he shared, and when I come back, I'll get a views on my people so we talk.
I'm catching you, Passafina, my Sibisica, Pekwa, me Pessica, and the Minion Pessica Crow. Muntia me. And I'm catching you, Passafina, my Sibisica, Pekwa, me Pessica, and the Minion Pessica Crow. And you mean what you say? So for before, one young sick career, I feel no person can creature, me can't creature be passing everything you. But now I'm getting your mass, someone yet no corasu. No tears, some of my was watching away. There is no genuine man of God in this country. No pastor is a healer in this country. I'm not attacking church, but I will never do that. But almost statement to be a while, I was set free with him. Now focus written me call no bread 3 days. There were 3 days here, back cancer. There's no genuine man of God in this country. What makes him genuine? The open is so you fully genuine. What didn't woman a year china jan? Whenever you don't pobre. I'm an award your Bible said they want to be ready if you want to be ready yourself. Men can say you're genuine till you so you but when you go to manage genuinity, you are failing. And every failure is a failure. Obi awali ebe timi e good statement na wa misquoting. There was a genuine man of God. Wakobu obi ajinisika. There was a genuine man of God in the name of so Camidoh. Or ya tresam. Genuinity no, or ya tresam. There was a genuine man of God. O chika o klom ha to top basis ya on to your duty. There will be genuine or condemnable nipa. O chi basis o klom blow away nipa klom ni baby eba. Our basis ya wa ba ban krono on to your duty. There will be the genuine man of God no. Or the langa the voyagers are so jim confon sase. Genuine man of God no. Genuine man of God no or we move office. On the muta free chair will be hard. So genuinity ni genuine. Power nana. Spirit no original wa ya adwuma. Spirit ni nyina ya no korre. Ana spirit ni nyina sa ya atoro. Until say when you meet the spirit no be fagem. The fact that I suffer na lead the church no. E ma wuro mfi say wo ye bibini nko a sikani bre tumi wodi mu. Suffer bia no obetu akacha mi so obetu aye church without say onya say open sika kese ya aye obetumi aye. If you media you need money, workers, transport. And the sky one the church need the money to hire buses to bring people to church. Free teaching sorry here scar. So we don't go to church to check a genuine man of God. So we invest and your man nipa can say the was school and now they follow church here. You are being naive. Future you become a fool. Who is a genuine man of God and what makes him genuine? The fact that also for be young. A person starting ministry, or struggle, or breno, our huna, or did that be a big hall, a person will teach church, and I'm manning yes, where you fake, oh, I'm manning your poor. Maybe he carries something a senior pastor like me don't carry. I don't know how you underestimate the person. Now, what disrespecting what is in him because of a man of God be statement? What is genuinity? We are all sinners before the Lord. All of us don't qualify before the Lord. Equality before the Lord. Who is perfect? Today, let me be a student. And those who are listening to me, be my teachers. Who is a genuine man of God? By what merit? At the end of who genuine, there was one year genuine, or ya when you.
Well, these are the words of Reverend Obofuor, who is also a man of God. So, I'm sure Ying Naya Tiasia, or no, the Wajat John on your genuine. Sana Opate. Now, then, of course, I been and then Oka, Ogu, sorry, now, Pesama Fuja, sorry, call. In fact, let me tell you what people think is pushing him to do this. And where assumptions are about. Okay. Allegations or assumptions. People think that and then necrophoby this can be done. And necrophoby this can be done. Done bakubi. Mahuno. Bakubi. Yahuno. We just saw or Giomo. Yeah, if anything. Yeah. A country called Ghana. Yeah. Because was your alpha beta. Okay, alpha beta. And what is uncophobia big government, you know? As a 200 for big Munya, where is on the Bianya Papa, Bianya. With our cap, Bakubia make a that point your bama. So I could talk cars, na buses, nasty for. And I'm asking that. And then I'm moving circles into my papa no can't see me because I call say me artist manager and debut artist manager BOD artist BOD sika on penasem it's currently still now artist manager as a me go agro in a way Ana say na mumu no.
Yeah, but I think say wo assumption now kind no it also a point. Yeah, because I did journey munane nam. And I said ni nyina be ka no kure no be ehu ni ye. Agbo na vi wo kakra na wo no ye nyina manage ni sam. But I think say penifo kasimi so okoto fi nsu me ka cho say then chembo is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nyina chinye.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that is what exactly what Obinim is Obofuor is saying.
Yeah.
Because Sammy, Obofuor you be a me dey be a because no preaching on my inspirations. Doesn't preach. Yeah, original author anymore. Yeah, inspirational words in Kwan no we are no ajo offering no come baby and I be so see that no so. And the amount to the extent say I was so it me kind of crabby and cause behind the scenes I yen. Because what is saying, you know, it's factual. It's very factual. There's no order or yet perfect. And even the Bible says no one is perfect, which we understand. But as to them, that is why we are following you. Because you not follow a blind man. Because we are spiritually, never say we are blind.
Exactly.
So you are the one who has eyes that you can see. Then you lead us to the promised land. That's why we have the followers who are following you. But as to how what they are doing here, now I reflect your person. There's no true man of God who's genuine. Only a man getting kitty be new, subi abeyeno, and a bema onye genuine no. Because majority of men of God are omo and sorry be bring a faculty can be eji obisi kebi. Who are native now man? Obeto bas, o de befa nipa, o kwan ben so na befa de atobas no. Obi create me share first and control just to get the opportunity to lure you into a certain position or situation. Send you up your beka biano what the beba. That is what the majority of them are doing, and they are excelling through that. I went to a certain church, and then the man of God will be standing by the offering bowl, and then when you are coming to give your offering, you will see the you check the money,
how much
look at it, and they say you are bigger than this. Go and bring another money. Yeah. And at these circumstances or this situation, you are scamming the person because the person sees the person sees I have only 10 CD to come and pay us offering, and you the pastor is telling him or her to go for a bigger money. Where is the person going to get the money?
Bigger than 10 CD.
Where is the person going to get the money? So automatically you are influencing that person to go and do another extra something, and I have money. Because that influence now, the year no, the koye be been ebia no afakuti kwambi so akofo bisika edi aba. Wafakuti kwambi so odwedini akobu obi edi aba. So that influence now kasa no. Yes, the nam ne so asinti dua beban onue. So to me he's saying the reality. But here now say we've blindfolded. Intama yen said they and esan say ye form some your conclusion whatever they will say you go by it. There are so many pastors that they are sleeping with people's wife all in the name of I'll help you to get married, I'll help you to give birth, I'll help you to get wealth, and they are doing this. So many apostle, and you cannot do this and come and tell me say we are holy. No, I think Obinim have opened the conversation. Obofuor, sorry, he has opened the conversation very wide. We be any nti e was say yenya ye di o machi no ye na was see hu anamo ye betimi atu because o hwe de friends akra da akra eya wa nobody will tell you say baby o de wo ko no enye kwampa no so no do now. No two ways about that, you know, we all know okwan of faso di nya ne sika wa sorry no enye kwampa no. So I think it's about time one no kra no and was said daddy and I loud Obofuor for boldly to come and say this truth.
Okay.
It will take a few of them to come and say this truth. But
he's not saying the truth for nothing. I'm sure he also has his objectives.
Yeah, he has objectives, but to me it's the truth. He has his objectives. It do baby now objectives are it's a truth to somebody. Because we all can't no correct. So many all pastors, it will be very difficult for you to get a genuine man of God. Let's take it for instance, this man in Nigeria, we recently TV Joshua, yeah. But some here say me poppy back on the chi. But now you who say oh ye kron until so obewu ye no answer na ye who say na ensem hye chire ho. And as to how to get them, that is the reality. Into ye na Obofuor say I was saying, ya omo mbeki kano crane bebre. Na fe yen hwe okwanya asofo ne di omo tie yin na be nam so genuinely. Because brother, I mean, so many people are going through hell, but they are in the church. They are going through hell, but they call it church. A man for name of from a control. To be honest with you, I think Obofuor has done the needful, and his congregation needs to understand him from this angle. Because it's not this time what out Abeka the reality on the ground on Ambeka say papa cry or no can say in theaters no. So what the China him say no crass on your papa no Abeka say the end no, you are not worshiping him, you are worshiping God through him. So you know where you are destined to go or you are going. So you need to calculate your angles, your ways very well, because there's no real man of God on this earth. Omunyina ye tuafra. Inti se brand so nyankopon ba judgment day no. Se wo ho de a ana ye be hu the real man of God among us. But now ne de omunyina ye pataku bi omhye edwa honam. And we understand that.
I see. Ro, how do you also see Obofuor's revelations?
You know, as a normal Christian, you don't even need Obofuor to come and tell you this for you to know what he's saying. Like for you to know the truth in what he's saying. You don't need him. Because even in the Bible, there are situations or instances where you can use to justify what he's saying. Jesus exhibited anger where he went into the church and people were using that place as a market or a trading point. When he saw and he wasn't pleased, what did he do? Ofaba Oshiwom.
True.
Munyame Oshiwom proper. To the extent that some people had to scatter all those some people, causing them their livelihood. So even in that sense, you don't need Obofuor to tell you that in human form, humans are prone to everything that humans do. Whether the person came in an angelic form or the person even came in any form. The moment the person enters into this flesh and has blood flowing, expect anything and everything from the person. So normally you don't need him to come and tell you this before you even get an opening or an eye opening or something. No. But some of these things are needed periodically in the space, even though he is also saying some of these things to serve his own agenda. They are needed. These are necessary evil. They are very necessary. Because as much as it may be evil to certain people, because Chemo would say they are doing spiritual business, it may collapse their spiritual business. They are necessary because some people have taken this, are naive in these situations so much. Certain people's understanding to what they are actually into is so appalling. Somebody respects their pastor more than their spouse. Send the pastor catch and so on now or better. But the money can and so on now. But he blows. In one of Ampon's songs, he said, I saw a penny in as a man. No more do we cause of one chain, your cause of it. Now, so for no soon in as a man, you understand? The person is the man of God. The person is not the God of man. He is the man
of God.
That means before he even got closer to God, he is a man by default. So far as he is a man, whatever blemish that you can get in any human being, you can get it. It is possible you can get some from him. So if nobody is saying go and disrespect any man of God, no. Nobody is saying go and disrespect any other person in authority, no. But know that it is the God you are worshiping, and he is supposed to guide you to that particular God you want to worship.
True.
So if in that sense the only thing you owe him is respect, because he is the one guiding you. But the person that owes your utmost allegiance, respect, and everything is that particular God. But some people have idolized the man of God, leaving God himself.
Facts.
Into even in their closet, when there are certain things happening to them, and even they are supposed to pray for themselves, they would prefer to pick a phone and call the man of God to say, so for before they themselves will have some form of belief to say that I am okay or it will be well with me. That's it. Before I go through something, even the religion or the belief that he is into, say, oh, you should be able to learn how to pray for yourselves in situations like this. The person would rather prefer to pick a phone, call a man of God, to the extent that some people even pay men of God to even fast for them. You're fasting, mommy. So in that sense, what is your understanding of who the person is? Do you understand that the person is just like you? Even the Bible says we are made in the image and the likeness of God. So in that sense, as much as he may have more knowledge than you in whatever religion or whatever belief that you are practicing, it is possible he can make mistakes.
I see.
See it from that. And the mistakes, some of them are what he's saying. These are people in authority. And people in authority, or people who lead the masses, are prone to these things that he's talking about.
They are humans.
From every institution, like in every institution, the people in authority are prone to this. Of which pastors or men of God, as they are called, are not exceptions. They are not exempted from this. They are people in authority. Pick any department in the world, they are prone to these things. They are prone to these vices. And definitely, certain men or certain people would fall. Certain people would fall. Like I said, you don't need Obofuor to come and tell you this before you have an awakening. In the Bible, God said David is a man after my own heart. Yet it was David that sent somebody to the war front to go and die because he wanted the guy's wife. You understand? So some of these things are things that you should know, that as much as they may be God's whatever, they are humans. They have human feelings. They have human minds. They can do evil stuff. So your belief and your whole life should not be dependent on them. You breathing on earth should not be dependent on your fellow human being. It's as simple as that. See them as your fellow human beings. Give them that respect out of the fact that, okay, they are leaders in society. They may have more knowledge in the field that you are in. Give them that respect. But when it comes to putting some people go and put their life in
the hands of some people.
Exactly.
My trust is in you.
History even tells us about men of God that have even poisoned their congregation in the name of I am taking you to heaven. They are there. They are there. And it is about how people receive these things, especially in Africa. One of the things that have helped Africa but has also been a great service to Africa is religion. And that I am not going to even mention the Christian religion like he is referring to.
All sort of religion.
Oh, all of them, Master, all of them. There are certain situations that people at this particular time, the person is supposed to go and work. The person is supposed to go and work, yet the person would rather go to the beach, fetch sun, come home, come and make concoction, drink and sit down and wait for miracle
to happen.
Exactly. You pass by a church premise at working hours that under normal circumstances this person is supposed to be to work. go and see the Kadosh. Gregede boom, and it is out of the fact that yes, yeah, all night. Oh, can see our way before. So even with productivity, say 24-hour economy into me. Yeah, the back all night than to let that particular factory run on a 24-hour, because that's our journal. Yeah, the back all night. Sunday, Saturday, Friday. Yeah, the back sorry. Or yeah, the back are places of worship. Nobody is seizing you from worshiping. But then, if you are not able to differentiate, the Bible says, give what belongs to Caesar, what belongs to God. If you are not able to give that respect to whom respect is due, yet you would want to exchange it and give your life to the person that you are supposed to respect and give that respect to God, then obviously what Obofuor is saying is really necessary. As much as you may see it as okay, some people will say he has an agenda behind it, but it is a necessary evil. He has to do it, and periodically we need some of these reminders. It would save certain people. It will save so many people from like it will awaken them from a certain slumber. So me, I understand. In fact, when it comes to some of these statements, me, I'm not surprised. It doesn't come as a revelation to me, because I've seen them. I've heard some of them, even experienced so many of them, and all of that. Let me wrap up. There was one man who was running a church in our area, that he had some some mango tree on his park. Okay. At a point, one time, his church was like, it was going down. The members were just leaving the church left, right, center. Only for somebody to come and reveal to him, say, oh, so it was a colleague pastor that told him so. Obi the brewer beshe udi anasi and nama was sorry name koso. For the pastor to uproot that, your friend said, Juju, under the tree. Do you know what he did? He went to call a fetish priest. Say
so for them to
so for the conference of Kwame too bad.
So for
so you see the mind games and the psychological games attached to some of these things. That is why we need some of these statements periodically. So it will save certain people for them to know that, Charlie, the thing that you are putting in your heart, your mind and everything, as if it is the one that is going to give you life. There is more to it than is meeting your eye. So as much as you would want to respect the person, you should be able to set some boundaries. You should be able to have a mind of your own. Read, understand what you are doing. Have some level of understanding in whatever religion or whatever belief that you are practicing. And it will save you a lot from some of these distractions.
Wow, interesting revelations coming up. Personally, when I watched the video and I saw Obofuor revealing these facts, I said, hey, are we trying to collapse the church in Ghana? Are we trying to put out all their secrets out so that people who think the church is their solution will now be careful where they run to? That was what I saw. But I think other points from my panel members have also shed some light on this issue. But we wish Obofuor well. I know by this time some of his people are already meeting on him. They are taking decisions on what they can also do to fight back at him.
But you see, people even say the church is like a hospital. The church is like a hospital where people go there for healing. But you know, the doctor also gets sick. That's what he said.
Everybody gets sick. Finally, Defe has become a trouble song at the moment. Do you remember this song? And again, today's favorite musicians, Team Eternity, they are also on the chopping board. They are also on the chopping board for singing same lines as the first one that I just sang, Defe. And to the people who are involved in this matter, Kwame Mickey, who is the executive producer of the project. To him, he says he's going to court. Kwame Mickey too is a litigant. He says he's going to court. And I'm asking, who is at fault here? Is it true that Team Eternity, they stole the lyrics from Obofuor Senior FIFA? Let's watch Kwame Mickey talking briefly and we come back. I know for copyright sake you may not be able to play all the songs for you, but at least Obofuor's Defe and Team Eternity's Defe, they are online for you to listen to these songs, and then you can also be your own judge. Who is wrong, who is right? Let's watch this. I'll be back.
I think somebody can in your course be I think somebody can in your course be Obofuor contacted me and I don't know Tino. The person mechanic say. But there's something that I have to address. You're penning for now. Yeah, music now. You first say music. Yeah, yeah, Jumano. Only I'm shedding me because say I'm shedding here. Sa na Obofuor the music no na. Eso manfa so obia enkunu ade awaye. Ba me Kwame Mickey there. Yeah, Obofuor aba. Good. Send a request. Na me accept on here. You fa ko bonin taso. Because we are here. But me Kwame Mickey there. I will let you know what is good and what is right. I will definitely tell you. Because a juana and a sabe yet I am young man of one be so cow. Said yeah, Ubehuna there will pay your dana say and name my name of say a new runner, a Jumbia Ura. My home called phobia say from the Team Eternity. You guys are joking with fire. So when you go be a stone boy, I'm going to be a come see me boy, no, yeah, Sika can't when you are finished in me banner. Maybe I mean, Fancho, my international lawyer. Me and Casa, remember what feeling me, sir, and I'm person known. And yeah, Obia, why you maybe or the actual damn nice say, except the obey the crowd and Tino twice you and Yahoo, the boy Yamia Jumano. I saw for Cromwell correction. Bible Kakrana or Nipe di Hono. I saw no, I am 70. My young Boko, Amamo. Team Eternity, made the Bama to 4 more. Into Mumbra Cran, I'm made the needful. What I say? I want for my main foul. Mammy, I'll prove you never journey.
Well, so that was Kwame, the executive producer of the project Defe by Obofuor and Obofuor FIFA. And that's the stance now. Team Eternity, they're also into trouble. Let me start with Derek. Derek, Assembly, this may be saying. And I'm also judging it saying, Omoria, and Omoria.
We are the young fantasy here, so maybe I become handsome. But I like the fact that Kwame Mickey Timia Babonte na opese or taking in a legal form. Because as a young man who has copyright and intellectual property law be a yashi. You are then a banner ye bekani abubu ye neguswa na a flash off within the industry. But we have come of age and we need to understand certain digital systems. The laws of copyright and intellectual properties, publishing, a bread. We've come of age. Our industry is growing. So we've come of age and we need to come to understand certain things. And I'll be very happy if he take legal actions, not just come and do a live video and then they'll go and see him behind the scenes. No mind no person. I will prefer he takes legal action because brass and do baby industry and we need to learn as well. The person is okay and it's buzzing everywhere. That is the anthem on the street now. into no enjoy is okay, but not knowing somebody have already composed the song behind the scenes and that one my any property. Because there is no way our back at me say Defe that line no hono and yet your friends say hallelujah voices anyone. It shows clear. You can't take any hook out of it. And you send your all to no watching hook a cran and film a but a line to line. There's no way they can run from this thing. A copyright infringement straight, which he needs to let the law work with them. And yes, sana obey live video na okoba sana. You have subsequent ones. Ewa your system no more. A better answer na ya dream about the husa mano. We are doomed as industry people because it's not easy as an executive producer to produce this hit song those days.
Yeah,
it's not easy. Check the amount of the room and you know so many FIFA and Troy and a hallelujah voices a toy. I have no as executive producer. He needs to pay money to them to get the property. Now when you're we now about I think that the law needs to work. Now you understand the copyright law, the intellectual property law. Ekobane sana read the creative me be sua de. No asisi abi no Oscar SN me ade bi.
Yeah.
O se me hwe. O de che say DJs ebo nyom e de advert. Enyom no ma nyom ne am de NC the DJs.
The advert and cheche mu ye.
Ma men kan story no hanom. Sisi ano de send me. Omo de ye nyom for advertisement or commercial.
So then any DJs. If people like companies or whatever.
Maybe baby or person can mean can so baby or person can say be a DJ be ba be LPM. No one loopy artist be no. Not their same bar. That is what he's saying. Until I'm saying that to a group who say yendi go near asem. Until DJ ni be LPM no they be ton ade no. No one loopy artist be no. Na or they ton ade. Until no we are using it for commercial purposes. And to him you know can you see
no. if that's understanding then it is still a no. It just as someone who play your song on radio and you think it is no offense. It is the same way that the DJ can use your song to do LPM. That will not be an offense because it is still the same as playing it on radio. In fact, when I saw the headline, I understood it to be someone using your song for an advert. So if it is about
my man can say
yes,
said it is.
Where are you reading from?
Daily Guide, graphic online.
Okay.
Yeah, showbiz.
Okay.
Or say he said my man fear and Hannah Quest line. He said it is unethical for radio and TV presenters to do logging, playing someone's song at the background while advertising without authorization from the artist who composed the song. He said many radio and TV presenters in the country use people's songs for adverts without authorization from the musicians, describing the practice as an affront on the economical rights of the musicians. And Sammy, it's about time
it doesn't have a case.
It doesn't have a case. Well, fine. If that is the case, I was sending my must even go through. Yeah. But Sammy, do baby, I was here. Near me biase because me tie Defe na me baby tie a friend is saying Australia free fadi no let me tie hook no and I was like no, you can't run away from this. You can never run away from this. Nobody, absolutely nobody. The reality is on the ground. And you hook no man now. Just say you are trying to coin some words to make yours look different. But when some maternity for now and they had nothing to do than to go straight to the point because that is where the hook is.
Okay.
And that is where they will get that attention. And automatically it has been composed by someone. So whatever you do, the person will take legal action against you. So to me, Brasa, I mean, if Kwame Mickey or Bad Life, no about Beka Life, we know of course, I will be very disappointed in him.
No, he will
very disappointed. He needs to let them test the law. We all will go to the law court. We go there. We will learn. Yeba abontine betra radio ni TV so a. Now we be now we so be intellectual property. And I catch you say, hey Jai. What's assistance now? Did they call program be wo see each hotel or Hanu baby? Yeah. But some call no. Somebody make some statements and I say there was police for no. There was a guy selling CD. Piloting and ono artist no guy no all piloting no I must say hey Many na wakwa train good pen drive so awoton. Afraid police no catch him. Police name says, "Hey, I don't know small ni dia na." So you see, when we are here no, so the police has zero knowledge.
That police no bother.
Zero knowledge about copyright issues. And this is the time you will have to learn. So to me, I'm encouraging Kwame Miki to go to the law court. Let's Timothy test the law. Next time, whenever you are taking somebody's intellectual property, you pass the due process. Do it well and do it right.
Okay. We'll close the show for us. Our time is up. Let's run away from here.
Taking, stealing, lifting, interpolation. That's the technical name for it. Because the moment, you know, when the song came out for some weeks, now I told you.
Yeah.
So it took some time before I even went into the song. And I understand where Kwame Miki is coming from. I think he has a case. Because when you listen to King Promise's latest song, he has a line, so yetum kwanta ya pai.
Yeah.
Yetum kwanta ya pai is not for kwabna. It's a tree word, or these are words that are being said daily. But how you compose it, how you put them together to make a meaning is what you can call your own. So if aso yetum kwanta ya pai, King Promise sees the need to seek the permission of kwabna. And here we come with hallelujah voices. Minyan me misi munya me wate. Na nkode nyamia sio. Me she nyamia na ko bonsema Defe. Then this one come. Munjai me. Na minde nyamia se. Me she nyamia kawaye mi Defe. The only difference in these two lines is Timothy ye bonsam Defe. Yet still, majority of that particular phrase was taken. And if by any means necessary, Charlie, you have to do the thing for me. When I heard this, I wasn't surprised. In fact, they will not flinch. They will not feel anything to do it. You know why? Because it is a common practice in the gospel fraternity. Copyright infringement, intellectual property cases in the gospel fraternity, plenty. Hey, you be more. One here will be a bit to. Oh, plenty. You see, when Mickey was even talking, like I said, sir, in Sensei, I overcome a new way, the new no, you have to pick every gospel musician. In fact, those popular songs, we know the popular songs that are in the system. Obia will be. Obia when the medley, Obia when the gospel and the praises, Obia when the worship. Yet nobody is being held accountable to any copyright. Your friends and claim. Everybody, Empress gift to yourself consent. SP Kofi Sapon was standing right beside us, and another person was on stage singing a song. Meanwhile, the person is also
coming to perform. Yeah, at the National Theatre, I remember.
Exactly. Performance right. This is a commercial event.
In fact, SB was with us too. He was going to perform next. Now the other guy who was performing started singing.
Yes, sir.
That's about when you're too.
I started now on why and him say.
If I say no pen and in your my head here, and you know into me a friend who puts on bra. What have you done to him? It is one of the reasons why these gospel artists, or my former clerks, no. It is also one of the reasons why, and you will be never fret. These gospel musicians are very selective in who they call, like onto their stages or when they are having events. Because who did chim, who play this now the one. Why here the first two acts, remember praise and worship, simple now. So when it comes to some of these things, I am a little happy this is being done.
Okay.
And I hope and pray that they will be able to go into a very good settlement. Going to court, or even settling out of court. Even the best lawyers will tell you to settle out of court. But then, the only thing that I am looking out for is the education that will come out of this, and also how it is going to be settled, and people's understanding about these things moving forward. Because secular side, shout out to Kwame. But gospel side, for me, I'm a part of one. So by Kwame Mikili, I know how far he can go. So me, I'm actually following this to see how it ends. Yeah.
Well, this is how we bring down the curtains for today's edition of Showbiz Daily. It has been engaging, it has been revealing, and I know it has been good as well. Why don't you share your views and opinions with us in the comment section while subscribing to our channel, so you can also get some more. Now I'll be coming back to discuss this Derek Money story later. The LPM saga, I think they have no right to do that, but then let's see how the discussion goes. Special thanks to Digital Rasta Currency, who did camera for us, Richie Flex, editor director of the show, Roland Amate, and Derek Money, who are my special guest for today's show, and to Tap Send for also holding us down. Until then, my name is Sammy Flex. I see you when I see you. You do this again some other time. We're out of here. Bye bye.